My name is Kimberly Carnot, and it is my honor to serve as president of Beth Israel. For those of you who, like me, have been praying silently that the president of Beth Israel would not have to give a speech during high holidays this year, please join me at the late morning service so we can give it another try. I've reviewed the speeches of the incredible presidents who have come before me and learned the 3 secrets of a successful Rosh Hashanah speech. First, have a strong beginning and an ending. And second, have the 2 together, as close together as possible. The third is to include a story or 2. So let me start with this one. A rabbi traveled with an interfaith group to a foreign country. Their plan was to spend the week together, learning about each other's rituals and sharing prayer together in various houses of worship: a mosque, a Buddhist temple, a church, and a synagogue. In anticipation of Shabbat, the rabbi went out to find a synagogue for the group to visit. The city where he found himself was a destination location. Very few Jews lived there. The synagogue was essentially for tourists. On Shabbat, the rabbi brought the group to this synagogue. They gathered with other Jews, none of whom lived in this city, and none of whom knew each other. The service was not structured. It was mostly people praying alone and with different tunes. The rabbi found he could not focus on his prayer. At his home synagogue, this was never an issue. As he thought about the why, he realized it was about community. He was practicing Judaism, but he missed his synagogue, his Jewish community. The notion of community is what Beth Israel and all of you mean to me. When I sit on the bima and scan the room, I see faces familiar to me. When I hear the rabbis say the names of loved ones who have passed, I search for their family members in the sanctuary. My heart feels the sadness of the loss as I look to connect silently with friends and community members. My heart is heavy when the family member rises, but I feel the weight lifted as we all stand together to help shoulder the grief. A year ago, this community was there to support my family in our time of need when we lost my father-in-law. We have so many things pulling us in different directions, but the constant for me and the generations that have come before me is Beth Israel, our Jewish home away from home. All ages and family compositions spend joyous hours on our beautiful campus every day. Members serve on committees and our board, are involved in planning and attending services, creating our music, and developing and attending a wide range of programs. The friendships, relationships, and connections solidify the families we choose. We come together in our synagogue to celebrate life's joyous occasions and to face life challenges as a caring community. For 158 years, Beth Israel has been the center of Jewish life in San Diego. Our leaders, staff, and members passionately work to make our synagogue a place that inspires Jewish pride and provides a path to meaningful Jewish living. A vital part of that vision is to pursue excellence in Jewish education for all ages and to cultivate a congregational culture of lifelong learning. This learning starts for children as young as a few months in our Bill and Sid Rubin preschool, which now offers an infant and toddler center. Our talented education team engages elementary-age children in our Lee and Frank Goldberg Family Religious School and teens in our high school program. We seek to create programs at Beth Israel that honor Jewish history and culture in music. Music runs through our services and programs. Classes at Beth Israel offer engaging opportunities to meet new people, exchange ideas, and embrace Jewish history, ritual, and culture. Offerings range from one-time events to year-long classes. We aspire to help our congregants and the greater San Diego Jewish community become informed and effective in the pursuit of social justice and tikkun olam. 2 years ago, we introduced the Brit Olam, our covenant to create a world in which all people experience wholeness, justice, and compassion. Since then, the urgency of our work has increased, and our Social Action Committee continues to make its voice heard in the San Diego community. Part of the mission of Beth Israel is to offer compassion and acts of loving kindness to individuals and families during times of need. Our dedicated staff and incredible volunteers, young and old, work to create a caring community. As you know, in the past 2 years, we have shifted from a prescribed dues model structure to the Give to Your Heart's Content model of financially supporting Beth Israel. Give to Your Heart's Content is not about giving more. It is about giving from the deepest self in a way that nurtures rather than depletes. Beth Israel is more than just a synagogue. It is vibrant, empowering, and uplifting. We are a community passing on traditions and teachings to future generations, dedicated to enhancing lives and building a strong community. We are caring, active, and involved. Beth Israel aids those in need from every walk of life and nurtures personal growth and engagement. As Moses asked each individual to contribute towards building the tabernacle according to their own ability, we ask you to support Beth Israel in a manner that is meaningful to you. From the very earliest era in Jewish history, we read descriptions of how members of the community take responsibility for one another. In the Torah, we read that all who are able give gifts as their heart moves them to do. Through these gifts, these contributions, the community was able to maintain its strength. On behalf of our leadership, clergy, and staff, I ask that you align yourself with the Torah's image of support that comes from the heart. Embrace the core value of tzedakah and support all that Beth Israel aspires to do in a manner that fills your heart. Help us continue the tradition of Beth Israel as a home where all who seek a meaningful connection to Judaism are welcome. Look around. We are an incredibly diverse group of individuals. We are in every possible age bracket. We are in every possible family situation. Some of us can read, write, and speak Hebrew fluently, and others not a word. Some of us are Jews whose lives revolve around a deep love for Judaism, while others feel challenged to relate to Jewish teachings. Some love the idea of Israel, but are frustrated by the government. Some may be asking, why am I here today? Some are here every week, diving into text, debating with our clergy and other members, seeking to understand everything about Judaism, and some come 3 times a year. Regardless, Beth Israel embraces all of you. We join Beth Israel because we care about the future of Judaism in our community and around the world. Even if you decide not to come to the synagogue regularly during the course of the year, your membership and that of everyone else in this room and those streaming along remotely ensures that when you need the synagogue, we will be here. We will be here for you because you were here for us. Each of us shares the responsibility to support our community, whether it is by giving to our heart's content when renewing our annual membership, joining our Ner Tamid circle with a membership commitment above the sustaining level, or giving to our endowment through estate planning and other gifts. If we each do our part, we ensure that Beth Israel is strong today and remains robust for future generations. And if you are not yet a member of a synagogue, we want to thank you for worshiping with us and perhaps even consider, if appropriate for you, making Beth Israel your official second home by becoming a member. Before I give back the microphone, let me share with you one last story, a conversation I had earlier. God, I said, so far today, I have not gossiped, lost my temper, been greedy, grumpy, nasty, selfish, or self-indulgent. I have not whined, complained, cursed or eaten any chocolate. I have not purchased anything from Amazon. But I will be getting out of bed in a minute. And I think I will really need your help then. On behalf of the board of directors and my fellow officers, the talented clergy and incredible staff of Beth Israel, and on behalf of my wife Tracy, my children Emma and Harley, may the year 5780 be a year of health, happiness, hope, and peace. Lashana Tova.
Shana Tova, Yasha Kapech.